see, I think. To be honest, both of you still confuse me a little.
Girls,
with your boobles and all.
That's only natural, Hisao.
You see, when a boy likes a girl.
When two people are in love. Welcome back.
Hi. Someone's in the kitchen with Lily.
I just spilled water all over myself.
That's not good.
I'm having all kinds of problems over here. It's a little more complex than that. I imagine that the first thing most people ask her is about her scars because they're rude. And what happened?
God, I hope not.
Yeah.
What's wrong with your face?
She rarely talks about it with me, but I can tell that she doesn't like to remember whatever happened back then. So Lily doesn't even know.
Oh, God.
Leaving class and running away from discussions is her preemptive strike, if you will.
Huh. So then how does that explain her talking to me?
You said it yourself yesterday at breakfast. You tried to ignore her scars. Once she saw that you weren't going to ask her about that, she opened herself up to you.
I guess you're right. Maybe. I don't know. You know her better than I do, so I'll take your word for it.
I wouldn't worry about that. I'm sure you'll come to know her as well as I do soon enough.
What?
Ooh. I welcome the prospect of her having a new friend so she gets off my fucking back. And the two of you have such similar interests.
Well, I hardly count reading as a team sport.
Tell that to Yuri.
It is good to have company, though.
That's my point. Hanako is still an average person at heart. She also wants company at times like that.
Huh. I see, I think. To be honest, both of you still confuse me a little.
Girls,
with your boobles and all.
That's only natural, Hisao.
You see, when a boy likes a girl.
When two people are in love. We've only known each other for a little while. It's unreasonable to expect you to understand us, just as we can't understand you. But that is half the fun of becoming friends, right?
Yeah, friends.
Yeah, totally.
Yes, it is.
Although, I suppose there is the matter of us being opposite genders. Men and women do seem to confuse each other quite often. Women are from Venus and all that.
And girls go to Jupiter to get more stupider. She says this with a light giggle, finding amusement at the odd little details of life.
I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to start eating.
No. Go ahead. I think I'll eat something too. I've got some books that I want to eat.
Delicious.
Consume books. I've got some books I want to drop back at the library before classes start, so I'd better get a move on.
You'll probably find Hanako there as well. If you do see her, can you tell her to stop by my room later tonight? I'd like to talk to her.
Oh.
She left class early and she deserves a spanking.
You're not coming?
Sorry, I'm playing a little thing in my head here.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I have a class representatives meeting later.
So you won't be able to speak for the next 30 minutes?
Yeah. So I'll be gone as soon as I've finished my lunch.
Oh, it'll only take 3. Okay, then. If I don't see her in the library, then I'll tell her in class. I'm sure she'll be back after lunch. We fall silent as we start to eat, and I take a second to reflect on our conversation. I've always thought that Hanako's shyness was simply due to her being self-conscious of her scars, but that is a pretty superficial way of looking at her. Just when I thought I was able to see through the fog of Lily and Hanako, I realized that I'm more lost than when I started. Lily quickly finishes her lunch, acutely aware of her meaning. I don't blame her. Shizune is most likely going to be there, and I doubt she wants to give her the satisfaction of another argument.
I must be off. Same time tomorrow?
Same time, same channel.
I don't want to see you anymore.
I'm sorry, I won't be here this time.
I'm gonna go kill myself now.
I best mosey. I don't want to risk being late, m'lady.
Oh, God.
Lily smiles gently, picks up her cane, and walks out into the hall.
Ow!
I turn my back on Lily as we head in opposite directions. For some reason, I find myself hoping she doesn't get into another fight with Shizune. As much as I like Lily, Shizune and Misha have been pretty instrumental in helping me adjust, even if half of our conversations are thinly veiled recruitment attempts. Then again, I barely know either of them. Maybe they were previously leaders of some kind of secret society, but their love for each other drove them apart.
What?
I didn't understand that at all.
No!
Man, I need to stop reading cheap fiction.
Or watching Skinamax, whatever plot you were coming up with there.
It's rotting my brain. Either that or I've got to move away from Kenji and his bad influence.
I like that idea.
Yes. It's sad that I can't tell the two apart anymore. Yeah, that is. I slide my books down the return chute, and they crash into the cart with a pleasant thud. Ah! Yuko, however, doesn't seem as impressed as I. Yeah, I was going to say you could just hand them to her.
Hisao, you scared me.
Sorry, I thought the chute that says please put books here was...
Yeah.
I thought you would be used to that by now, or is the literacy level here so low that nobody borrows any books?
A bunch of idiots.
Ba-dum-dum-ts.
Huh? No, I think everyone here can read fine.
I know, I was just being an asshole. Yeah, never mind.
You're not funny.
There are some battles that you can never win. Trying to explain jokes is one of them. My dad taught me that the hard way.
Batman.
Never explain why your jokes are funny. Girls don't like that.
I'm not a big fan of jokers.
But I like to tell jokes, Dad.
Jokes and riddles suck.
Say, Yuko, have you seen Hanako about? She left class early, but she wasn't in her usual hiding place. Oh, my... the mouse was like completely...
He's like
elsewhere.
clicking on my desktop. Don't dig too deep into those folders.
Oh,
I think I saw her sneak in before lunch.
are you sure?
Oh, but I'm not supposed to tell anyone that.
I just told you that I saw her leave. No need to stress out.
Oh, of course. She's probably in the back.
Thanks. Get any new books in recently? I make small chat for some reason.
Preferably about roller coasters. No, sorry. I'll let you know when we do, though.
I really need that updated book.
Yeah.
Okay. If there's one thing I know about librarians, part-time or otherwise, it's that they appreciate people who take a genuine interest in their work. I walk the now familiar path to Hanako's reading nook, picking out a few titles along the way, paying a little more attention this time so I don't get stuck with that roller coaster book again. Sometimes I find it hard to discover a book that will interest me among the shelves. An author's name and a 2-word title doesn't mean much in a sea of similar words, so I go for the 3-word title.
Yeah, well, judge it by its cover then.
Yeah, for that reason I sometimes reread books that I read in the past. Better to bet on the favorite than a new runner.
I do the exact same thing.
Yeah. An unfamiliar title from a familiar author peeks out among the spines of its neighbors, so I remove it from the shelf. At least I'm not going over old material. As expected, Hanako sits on her beanbag, buried deep in a copy of Dance Dance Revolution. Dance Dance Dance. Hi Hanako, how's it going? I fight back the urge to ask why she left class early. If Lily's suspicions were right, then asking her about that could have the opposite effect. Every word in the book is just dance, 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 dance. Best to leave it for the time being. Sometimes the best way to get an answer from someone is to never ask the question. Holy crap, you have that restraint?
Hello, Hisao. I'm fine.
Something seems off, and after a couple of seconds, I realize what it is. Hanako's smiling. She looks as if she's pleased to see me. It's a nice change from the usual, God, it's you again. Instinctively frightened reaction, and something I hope I can see more of as we get to know each other better. Good to hear. How's that book? I've heard it's a trip.
No, it's a book. It's good, I think. I've only just started it. I don't really know.
Fair enough. Let me know how it goes. I may borrow it once you're done, since apparently that's a thing we do.
Yeah, I just take all the books you read. This is how I flirt, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
If I just read what you do. That's why I read Twilight in college.
Oh, no.
There's a good 15 minutes left in lunch. Why else would I read that shit?
Yeah.
Not enough to really get into a book, but too much to stand around doing nothing. And Hanako's already returned to her reading, so I doubt I'll get much conversation from her. Oh well, I'd better make myself comfortable.
I gotta stop you there.
No, I'm just going to keep reading.
No. I don't know if the payoff is worth the price.
It was pretty tormentous.
I've read like a page of one of those, and it was rough.
Yep, I read all 4.
Oh man, I don't. You've got more willpower than I do.
I was very desperate.
Yeah,
I slouch into a beanbag and crack open my book. The familiar style of the author, it also didn't work, by the way, leaps out at me from the very first line. As the sentences turn into paragraphs, as they usually do in a book, I start to relax a little.
Not in a Stephanie Meyer book, they don't.
But no matter how I try, I can't seem to get myself into the atmosphere of the book. This is partly due to the lack of time, but I have a problem with books. I cannot read them. But the more distracting factor is Hanako. Every 10 or so seconds, she peers over the top of her book, but when our eyes meet, she quickly ducks behind the covers.
She's trying to figure out a way to tell you that your fly's open.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess she did want to talk about something after all. What's up? You look like a prairie dog on lookout.
It's nothing.
Why'd it have to switch?
Right.
I've told you before, nothing means something when you say it like that.
That's if they can move her around.
Hanako squirms a little in her beanbag, hoping that by changing her position, she'll find the words she's looking for.
I wish you would squirm on my beanbag. I was in an accident.
An accident? Right, just now? Did you shit your pants?
Yeah. Do we have to throw that beanbag out?
Are you all right? Hanako shakes her head, her hair flowing around her shoulders in wisps of amethyst on a background of pale and dark flesh.
No, when I was younger.
Oh, we're doing this now. Realization crashes into me like a semi.
When I was...
It's alright, Hanako. You don't have to tell me anything if you don't want to. Again, she shakes her head.
No, I have to tell you.
Oh, God. Oh, we are doing this now.
Yeah, I guess we got time for this. When I was young, I was in a fire. But my house burned down, and I nearly didn't make it. After that,
no.
I was alone.
Got a little sad Hanako on there.
Learn how to draw.
Hanako's eyes glisten in the dim light of the library, and I reach out to grasp her hand. It's okay, Hanako. You don't have to keep going.
But I have to.
Why? What brought this on?
Last night, Lily told me about your heart.
She did what?
And I didn't think it was fair.
Fair?
That I knew about you, but you didn't know about me.
I squeeze Hanako's hand a little. Don't be silly, but yes, I have a heart condition. I lean a little closer to Hanako. What I didn't tell Lily is that I had my first attack when a girl confessed to me.
Don't talk about other girls.
And also, don't say it when she's confessing something to you right now.
Yeah.
It's probably literally the worst thing you can say right now other than shut the hell up.
Yeah. You're the one with the track team captain in this playthrough.
Yeah. I smile a little to break the tension.
Really?
Really. I haven't heard from her for a while, though, so guess it's all over. I know it's all over. There's no way to interpret what happened the last time I saw her. In some ways, not having heard from her again has helped me move on from that period of my life. So now we both know a little more about each other, but you don't have to talk about things if you don't want to. In fact, I feel a little bad even thinking about that whole incident. I can almost smell the hospital's disinfectant burning the back of my sinuses again. I imagine Hanako is going through the same thing now. When I was in the hospital, I went to the burn ward once, and only once.
It's gross.
I was bored, so I went for a walk through all of the wards. I went through oncology and thought
Oncology. Oncology.
Oncology, and thought I could take it. But when I got to the burn ward, I turned around and went back to my bed. To think that Hanako would have spent months in a place like that, smelling nothing but corrupted skin, strong disinfectant, and sterilized air.
And bacon for some reason.
The really bad cases were kept in isolated pods.
Sorry.
That no foreign object could enter. That would have meant no reading. I would have gone insane if I didn't have my books in the hospital. And she said she was alone. Did her parents die? Oh, God. I'll have to ask Lily about it. I can imagine myself saying something dumb unintentionally.
Everyone's parents are dead.
I
Emmy's
know.
dad's dead. Hanako's parents are dead.
My
Your
dad's
dad, Batman's
Batman.
parents are dead. Damn it, you beat me to it. I made it too obvious where I was going with that, I guess. All right.
Well,
Jesus
I
Christ.
did not expect that so soon.
Got a little deep there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we're not even, like, together, and she's already like, here's my whole past and the best sad thing.
Right.
So it's just going to get worse from here.
Yeah, that
It's
was
gonna
just
get
the intro.
sadder.
She's gonna like go into it more.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's kind of what I figured. I figured fire.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, yeah, but I guess
it could have been like a birth defect or something. But I don't know. It's hard to tell because it's a drawing, but it's always been explained blatantly that it's burns. So,
right.
but it's house fire when she was little.
Yeah.
Well, then.
I'm gonna be sad now.